The vast darkness of the night was stretched out across the horizon as the last thought flushed through my mind and disappeared behind my eyelids. The air was calm, and dreams carried us into the sacred valleys of sleep. I, along with my wife and son, live in the sleepy subdivision in the suburbs of the city. What is that noise? I thought to myself as I was plucked from the arms of sleep and cast into the realm of startled consciousness. The warning siren was being sound. I don't recall them calling for a storm tonight, I whispered lightly to myself, staring at the darkened ceiling. The sound of helicopters suddenly became so near to the house that it began to rattle. I shook my wife to wake her. Her eyes flung open in a surprised panic. She looked at me for guidance, and I instantly felt insignificant. I thought about our son and scrambled out of bed and told my wife to put some clothes on. As we exited the bedroom and entered the corridor on the second floor, we saw our son standing at his doorway. His shirt was on backwards and all I could see was the white of his eyes. The helicopter was right outside our window now, and his light shone through on my wife and I. Terrified, we ran towards our son and started to make our way downstairs. An explosion so close sent me hurling down the steps, landing beside my loved ones who had made it to the kitchen before me. Glass was everywhere. I told them to duck behind the kitchen island and pointed in that direction. I cautiously inched towards the front door and peeped out the side window. At this time, I saw all the street lights and houses in the distance go dark as a wave of blackouts headed towards our house. I opened the door and stepped outside. All the power was out now, and the only light came from a couple of fires burning from the explosion. I looked towards my neighbor's house and saw the damage. The explosion must have hit the bedroom closest to our house. There was no sound coming from the room except residual fire stoked by the wind. No, this was her room. It was then that I noticed beside my foot a toy. It was my neighbor's daughter's beloved ballerina music box. I picked it up.